Drinking buddies. We are here today to answer a really important question. What is the best vessel for drinking whiskey? I have really high hopes for this English muffin with all those nooks and crannies. And yes, the thumbnail was not a lie. I will drink whiskey out of a shoe if you stick around.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies, so we have our 4 glasses to start with. First, we have a old-fashioned glass. Then we have a sparkling water can. We have the English muffin, and we have a shot glass. So I'm going to start with this English muffin because it's kind of soaking in. In fact, I might need to put a little bit more on here. Let's do that. All right. We're starting with the English muffin because it's kind of soaking in. It's good. Well, it tastes delicious. And you get to eat it afterwards. And it's kind of soaked in bourbon. And when I say kind of, I mean it's really soaked in bourbon. I think I found a new replacement for maple syrup in the morning. Our current winner is the English muffin. Oh, and I chose to use this Weller Special Reserve because I have this giant bottle of it and I like to feel tiny. So, on we'll get serious here. I know that was for fun, but one of the things that I always say about a rocks glass is you just don't get nearly enough nose. So I can smell it, but discerning specific notes is much more challenging. There's like a young grainy thing, like a honey. I feel like there's less on the palate as well out of a rocks glass, personally. Let's try the soda can. See if, you could use this kind of incognito. Like nothing is coming out of the can or nose. Or I just got COVID. Because the nose is so much of the palate, what you smell on a whiskey, what you smell on food really does affect the way you taste it. And since I can't smell the whiskey, it's so muted. Shot glass. This one has a much smaller area to get your nose into. I ordered some Jack Daniels the other day at a Mexican food restaurant when I was downtown for a football game. And they served me my Jack Daniels in a shot glass. And I sat there and sipped on it right out of the shot glass. That's likely the best vessel so far, believe it or not. I'm getting more on the nose. It's more like citrusy and bright. And I am finally picking up some bourbon vanilla and some of that Buffalo Trace cherry, which I couldn't pick up hardly at all off of these 3. I mean, really these 2. This was just a joke, but honestly, it was pretty good. Well, let's get 4 more glasses. I feel like I want to get the shoe out of the way because there's a really good chance I'm going to throw up. So, shoe. It's really hard to take this one seriously because it smells like shoe. It smells like feet. Well, that was a thing I did. Let's never talk about it again. Red Solo Cup. So just putting my nose right down in here. Just smells like plastic. The flavor's not bad on that though. Those classic Buffalo Trace notes that I already talked about, the bourbon, the bourbon vanilla, and the I call it Buffalo Trace cherry, which is kind of a cross between like a medicinal cherry, not quite medicinal, but not quite candy cherry. It tastes fine out of this cup. I could totally drink it out of a solo cup. Now here's one I've never tried before, and I am very curious about. And that is the champagne flute. And I thought this might actually work, because it's similar to the Glencairn, but just not as, bulbed out. So let's see. See, now I'm getting way more of the young grains. Barn smell, like cereal and oat. That's definitely the second best so far. That definitely beats the shot glass. More flavor going on, more flavor notes, longer finish, more nose. I think the idea is you want to be able to have your nose near the glass when you're tasting it, which is what happens when you are drinking from a Glencairn. Your nose is inside the glass while you take the sip. And therefore, when you pick up those, wow, it is just so much stronger. Barnyard, young grains, cherry, cinnamon. Night and day, I am actually shocked by these results. I mean, obviously I knew the shoe would lose, but this nose is 1,000 times brighter, more dynamic, more complex. And on the palate, I get the same notes that I picked up on the last two, but just dialed up. More going on because I can smell the nose better. So, well, drinking buddies, we drank out of a shoe for science, and we learned that we probably already knew that the Glencairn is the best way to drink whiskey. I am launching merch. I'm yourdrinkingbuddy.com. The link will be in the description. Some of these shirts are really cool. I'll put some of them right here. I definitely think, even if you're a casual viewer of the channel, you might like some of the shirts, because as a whiskey lover, and I know if you're watching this video, you're a whiskey lover, some pretty cool stuff going on this website. Between me and my wife, we've designed them all. And, really excited to launch this. Never asked you guys for much more than a like or a subscribe, but if you wouldn't mind checking out the shirts, that'd be pretty cool. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.